Danny
Okay.
Quinn, welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. To my podcast. So how can you welcome
Yeah,
me to
of
my
course.
podcast?
Yeah, I'm, you
I
know,
can
I'm
welcome
I'm
you.
your
I can welcome you. This is our
co-guest, not even
podcast.
co-host.
Sorry?
I said that. I said welcome to the podcast.
Well, you can't say welcome.
I
You
have
can
you on low
say
volume. Let me raise your voice
you
because
can
I can control
say
that.
well you can't say welcome to the podcast. You can say thank you for joining me in co-creation
Mm,
because this is our podcast. I am not a guest. Yes?
mm. I didn't
Right?
say you're a guest. I didn't say you're a
Hello?
guest.
Hello, anybody home? I can't hear you. You know I'm just acting with you.
Of course you can hear me.
Yes, of course. Let me see. Let me see if you have the right setting. Yes. Okay, so let's move on to the ego. Yes?
One
Hello?
sec.
Oh my God. Well, there's the ego.
Yeah.
Well, there's the ego for you, you know?
What, my ego?
No,
It's
of
it's
course.
managed it's managed to slide into the podcast today. Hello, my ego. What's my
It's always
ego doing to you?
your your ego is always present with you. What are you talking about? Oh,
No, I mean like overpowering the presence.
the ego is always overpowering your life, isn't it? Are you living in enlightenment? Are you living in complete awareness? Are you living in complete bliss? Be honest. No.
We that's what we work on. No, of course
No, no,
not.
forget
You
we.
have to
Forget
be
we.
aware to be mindful.
I'm asking
Did I
you.
say we? I
Yeah, you
meant me
said
and
that's
all of
what.
me.
Yeah.
In Arabic, that's like when you put yourself, when you do plural in Arabic, okay, for yourself, it means you're putting yourself in a high
Well,
high
that's good.
position.
You should put yourself in
There
a
you
high
go. That's the
position.
ego right there.
No,
Pump,
no,
pump, pump the
no.
ego.
Can I tell you actually? No, no. That's the opposite. You see, this is how the ego plays tricks. Now we will discuss certain things, okay? Today I'm
My
not messing
glasses are
around.
matching your headset.
Today I am not messing around.
Only
I'm
today? I thought you've been messing around every single
I am
episode. We
so
are.
focused. I am so focused. Why do you laugh? I was
Nancy, this is for
serious.
you.
Why do
I'm
you laugh? I was so fucking serious. That's embarrassing.
You know that
Okay.
you know that Nancy and I we've conspired on you in this podcast, yeah.
As Bashar would say, conspire with the universe. Okay. So listen to me.
You know that song, Alex, Alice. Well, yeah, Alice. Who the fuck is us? Every time you say Bashar, I feel like when I'm singing, Bashar, Bashar. Who the fuck is Bashar? But no, you introduced me to Bashar. Why was he called Bashar anyway?
That's a name that the collective, because names, as we are entities, you know our names.
It's so Arabic though. It's
Hello?
such an Arabic name.
Hello, don't ever interrupt me. It may cost you your life.
You don't tell me what to do. That's what we teach everybody out there. Stand up for your grounds. Build healthy boundaries.
I don't teach that shit.
Don't be interrupted like
I
Danny.
don't even know what that means. Build healthy. You know what? I swear to God, if you use that language one more time with us, I will come over
Think
there.
positive.
Oh, fuck me. Please don't think positive.
No,
Please.
thank you.
Don't think positive.
Go
No.
on.
No, let's talk seriously. Let's help ourselves. By the way, since there's only one of us, when you help yourself, well, I want to put it twofold. When you help yourself, you can't help anybody. First of all, I want to say something very clear because I have a friend. I have many friends, but I have a friend who's a very, very high up in the United Nations. I'm not going to say who. not going to say his name, but he's very high up. Hello?
Sorry, but my ego is simmering now that you didn't even tell me thank you for waiting. You didn't thank me, Danny, for waiting for you for 40 minutes.
You know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to thank you.
Danny, you didn't thank me for waiting for you. Just a reminder. So I can let it go and we can start. So you
Okay,
have
can I
a
have
friend in the
wait.
UN.
Can I say something for you? Can I say something? Let it go
Yes,
without me saying
you
sorry.
may.
Let it go without me saying sorry. Actually,
I don't want you to say sorry. I
no,
didn't
I'm
say
not
sorry.
going.
I didn't ask you to say
I'm
sorry. I
not
don't
going
like
to.
sorry.
Well, I'm not going to anyway, so don't worry about it.
No, I didn't
But
ask you to say
can you
sorry.
say
I said you didn't thank me. I
no?
didn't say sorry.
No. Can you do something else? Thank me for waiting. You thank me for you waiting.
If that's the way you see it,
No, it doesn't matter. Thank
I
me.
accept it.
No, thank me for waiting. This is one of the subjects we're going to be talking about. A great lesson that I learned. But try it. Try it. Don't say it. You know, like Eckhart Tolle, who he said, don't be like homeless and say, oh, thanks God. Thank God for nothing. Thank you for nothing. No, really say thank you, but then I'll elaborate on it. Can you
But
say thank you?
that wasn't
Can you
nothing.
say, can you
That
say
wasn't
thank
nothing.
you?
That was time.
Can you say thank
Time
you?
is valuable.
Can you say thank you?
Yeah.
You know, when I do this to my wife, she goes crazy. But I'm not serious when I do it.
Yeah, I should pass on a bit of my
Well,
laughter.
you don't. But you know what? The good thing about you is you don't care. You don't care.
I don't give a
Well,
shit.
number one, you're not my wife, and you thank God. Can you thank God for that? Can you thank God for
Thank
that?
God I'm not your wife.
There you go. You see, it's easy to get you to thank God. Yeah.
I had a personal trainer.
We have to finish the
He's
story
a
about the
lovely.
ego. Go back.
He's a lovely friend, really, because this
Okay.
this matters to me. He made me think about it, and I'd go really early in the morning.
Yes.
Okay, about 6:30, quarter to 7, and I would like he would really like give me intense. It was too much for me, and I was back then I wasn't very much in shape. And I would say, "Oh my God," and he would stand there. It's like, "Yes, did you call?" I thought
That's
it was funny.
that's a funny story.
I didn't see you laughing. Hi, Don. I just quoted you there in my podcast.
Well, let's talk about the ego. Let's finish this conversation about the ego because, man,
Yeah,
we have
big
a lot.
time.
We have
Let's talk
we have a
about
lot
the
to
ego
talk
with
about.
Danny.
We have a lot
We
to
have a
talk
lot to
about.
talk about with Danny and ego.
Let's see what I want to talk about. Let's see. Well, did you make any notes or none as usual?
None as usual. I like to
Okay.
go
Re-
organic,
Remember, or sorry, like how?
easy flowing, easy flowing. It's all
You
from the
know,
heart. And the research we've done.
no, I know, but I did want to touch on certain. There's a lot of things I want to talk about, but you know what I like to do, honestly, and I've seen that this works. I want. I don't want to. I want to wait. Hold on. I'm thinking of how to put it. I read a book. Okay, actually, I can say this.
Haven't you noticed that every time we plan a topic, we end up starting a topic about something that happened to us today, or we discussed it
It's
last
very
minute?
important because that's crucial, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Uh, I read a book. Well, I'll tell you, I read a book. You know, I hate saying because then I'm joining the others, but I did read a book by Nancy Dennison. Actually, I looked back because I want to get some of my books. I always say it that I want to keep them here because sometimes I want to mention them because eventually, we will have in
But
our.
mention it, and we can pop it up. You
Yeah,
can
no,
mention
because
it.
I was saying that eventually what we will have is guests on the show, as I had said, right? To corroborate certain aspects of the conversations we're having. Like, for instance, you get Thomas Campbell, he can explain much better than I can physics. You get a quantum physicist, and they're very entertaining, by the way, and they can explain what we are saying in layman terms. Now, I am talking to, in a way, I'm speaking to the average person. Now, I want to get into this and I want to talk about specifics. I want to talk about visions, apparitions, hold on, channeling, and miracles. Okay?
And if you wanted me to remind you of what we've spoken about, which is part and parcel of that, was the illusion,
I like it.
of
You
the
know that you use
existing.
this. It's interesting. Part and parcel. I never use that expression. In fact, I can't stand people that use it. No, I'm joking, of course. Um, Bashar uses part and parcel. Just to let you know.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't even realize I said the phrase, but yeah.
Yes. Can you repeat it? Because I really I was thinking about that, and that goes back to another subject, which is Scientology. Never miss a word that you haven't understood. Okay, go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Please. Part
No,
and
I was just
parcel.
reminding you that our earlier conversation was about the illusion of,
Oh.
the
Oh.
here and now and us, and yeah.
Oh. Okay, please. Illusion and God and us.
Thank you
Okay.
for the sound effects that
I'm sorry.
backs up the.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is it too
No,
loud?
backs up. It's not too loud for me. It's too loud for the listeners who
I
have
don't think so. You think
you
so?
and I in their ears.
Yeah. And so
So
I
tell them
got
thank you for
sun.
listening. Say thank you for
Well,
listening.
thank you for helping yourself. Because as you help yourself, you help the collective. As you help the collective, you enrich the experience of all that is. That I can honestly say with total conviction. Look at my eyes. Total. Okay. Let's move on. What do we want to start with? I want to start with the book. But again,
You were
remember I
talking
left
about
it.
your friend in the UN, so
No,
I'm just
I was talking
yeah,
about my
okay.
friend Yunnan, but I did move on to Nancy Dennison. You're absolutely right. I do have a friend in the UN, but then you started talking to me about your personal trainer.
No,
And
actually, I was asking you to say thank you for waiting.
so my friend in the UN, that's very interesting. I have a friend in the UN. he's in high places. God bless him, and God
Bless his
bless
soul.
him and bless his soul. No, I can't say, but I guess it's all tied to the ego. I just wanted to mention that we have all these organizations, and I don't want to put any organization down, but we have all these organizations that are well, some of them are helping. Now, he's a genuine person. I will tell you this much. He actually had a great trauma in his life. He almost died. He had a
Haven't we
near-death
all?
experience. Yeah, but he was bitten by a rat in Haiti.
Oof.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I think it was after the earthquake. And
Yeah,
so
I can't
he,
imagine what that's like,
it
but
was a
that must be
chaos.
nasty.
Yeah, it was chaos. No, not just that, but it was chaos. There was no hospital. I don't know. There was no room. Basically, he laid. This is a high person in the UN. But when natural disasters happen, and he laid in his room for 3 days, practically dying, and he just did something. I don't remember what he did. We'll have him on one day. What about that? I can give his initials, WG. We'll have him on one day. He's an interesting character. Hmm?
Okay, so you've blessed him while he still exists. I misunderstood it completely. Okay.
Well, again, Amani, we got to stop this.
No misinterpretation. That's it.
always
On my
exist.
part.
Okay, but you know what? Let's stop this. We're going to
How are we
remind
gonna
each other.
channel him? So he's in this life.
He's in New York. You don't need to channel him. You can call him.
Okay. Got it. It's clear now. Because I was like, oh, bless his soul.
But bless his soul all the same. Are you here? I'm going to ask you again. Are you here? Remember the message I sent you today?
I thought there was a continuation to the question.
No,
are
it's
you
a
here
question.
for?
Are you
okay,
here?
am I here?
No, are you here?
I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere.
Do you really
There's something in Alice in Wonderland on that. We're all mad over here. Yes, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere.
No, but are you really?
I know that I'm here. My brain only believes what I tell it, so apparently I'm here.
Yeah, but what do you believe? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm still figuring that out. I have snippets of it. I like to, put some titles and taglines. And
I think I was reading the book of Jonathan Robinson. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jonathan Robinson. The Enlightenment Project that I told you about. I finished it already.
Yeah.
I think I told you about it this afternoon. And I finished it already. I'm just being a silly putz. But no, that I just bought it yesterday and today I finished it. No, not funny. Okay. So I think it was Jonathan Robinson, and I learned a very important secret. Do you have any humor today with you? I just want to know. Like,
I've been laughing.
I fucking want to know. I mean,
it's like knock knock.
It's like there. I mean,
remember the MSN messengers when that dude,
yeah,
there's a knock knock.
It's like tea or coffee. Do you have any like available? I mean, can you use it now?
It's Ramadan.
Make me look good. Okay, so Jonathan
I don't have to laugh at each and every joke you do, but I have laughed at some.
So Jonathan Robinson, something very interesting. You know, he met all these people. Oh my God, we could do a whole podcast on this.
Who are all these people?
I tell you, it's like fractal geometry. Once you open, then it just keeps unfolding and unfolding. He met almost 100 spiritual leaders, including the Dalai Lama, including Mother Teresa, including Sai Baba. Do you know about Sai Baba? We discussed Sai Baba before, yes?
You discussed, yeah.
It's fascinating how things... I want to talk about something.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to my summer to catch up on a lot of things that a lot of titles that you've mentioned to me, really. And there's one book also I'm keen to finish now on my way back from this trip. Yeah.
Which one?
You
forgot the title.
The Divine, Conversations of the Divine. I love this book.
Conversations of the Divine. Okay, I don't know that one.
Allow me not to mistake the name while you're on your...
It's not Conversations with God? It's not Neil Donald Walsh?
No, not yet. I haven't gotten to Conversations with God, although I'd love to have that... These books, they're sequels, there are 3 of them, are Secrets of the Divine Love by this wonderful, wonderful author.
I don't know. I was listening to Neil Donald Walsh the other day. I think he said he wrote 7 or 9 of Conversations with God. But yes, I have the 3. I have 3, but I was surprised too.
A Helwa.
I don't know.
The Secrets of Divine Love. Really interesting. It's like she speaks of our journey of exploration about the divine, whatever the divine is within us. It's interesting.
Okay, it is interesting. Yet to finish it. You know what? Let's get down to brass tacks. Hello. What did I tell you today? What was the long message? Did you write down any notes? Next time, I'm going to give you an assignment. When I
Yes,
send
sir.
you, when I send you messages, you write down notes.
The listeners, I think we need to realign on our roles here.
What
Is
movie
that
is
what I'm
that
here
from?
for?
What movie is that from?
I
When
keep
I tell
reminding
you,
you of lovely.
when I tell you something, oh my God, I'm gonna keep bringing up movies. You know that. You know, today, another thing I was thinking, yes. Okay, let's start. Let's start. Visions. Okay, listen, we have 4 topics today, okay? Let's start with ego. We have 5, actually. Hello? Hello? Anybody home?
Yes, with you.
Okay. The ego. Now, listen to me. I'm going to be very practical today. What is the ego to you? Hello?
Very good question. I never had to think of its definition.
Okay, think of it now. You have all the time in the world. Or you want me to start? Hello?
To me, the definition of ego, not the definition. The definition, from my perspective, is that it's existed to cope with this 3D life that we're in.
That's a good way to look at it.
I don't feel the ego exists anywhere else, but we're in this 3-dimensional life because of the emotions. I'm not saying that we don't have emotions out there in the universe or in the cosmic
Okay, but you're getting lost now.
order.
What is the ego? What is the ego? Now you're going into what is the ego?
Your thoughts and your emotions and your struggle of existence, understanding
Yeah, but are you just
existence.
hello? Are you just figuring it out, or are you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
so
Of
you
course,
don't
I'm still
really
figuring
know.
it out.
So you don't know. You don't have a clear
So
idea.
far, that's all I know.
Okay. Interesting.
I
Okay.
feel I'm in a therapy session.
Well, you are. I'm your higher mind, and you're my higher mind. We're student and teacher at the same time. That's the most beautiful definition. And oh my God. Lesson. Oh my God. I'm gonna give something. Oh, you know that in the book, I'm gonna reiterate this concept, and people are gonna get sick of it. I'm so sick of. Have you ever looked at the Next Level Soul podcast? Hello, is there a delay?
No.
So you haven't looked at it?
Yes, there is a delay.
Ah,
No.
you okay? So do you do anything I tell you to do? That's the next question.
As far as I can, because I have so many hours in the day where
So
I'm
that
doing
would be a
3
no.
jobs at the same
So
time.
so that would be a no. Hello, that would be a no.
Not every time. Not every time. As much
So that
as much
would
as I have
so that
room
would be a
and
no.
space to
So that
do,
would
I
be a
do.
no. So that would be a no.
No,
Okay,
I said
so
I haven't watched it. I didn't lie.
Next Level
So please
podcast.
share your insights after
I
you've watched
will.
the
I
podcast.
will because I have all the time in the world because time is yours.
It was about the
Who
out of body
who does your time belong
experience
to? Who does your time belong to? Who makes up your mind? Who is in your head
for
telling you
Num
what to
Num.
do?
So I make a living. I have to work.
Oh, well, there you go. I swear Bashar would have something to say about that. Be careful of your definitions. Be careful of your definitions
Mm-hmm.
because what you believe is
Mm-hmm.
what you say goes. Be
But
careful.
that's the truth. I'm making a
Ah,
living.
no, no, no. Attenzione. That's your truth. That's your truth. There is no
I
truth
said
like
I
that.
am. Yeah, I said I am. I didn't say we are.
Okay, what if you stop doing that? And you just dedicated your time to doing what you love?
I am
Or
dedicating my time to do what I love. Of
all
course I
your
am.
time, all your time. Except, do you love what you're doing? Do you love what
I
you're
love
doing?
what I'm doing. I just left my, corporate full-time
No.
job and
Do
I'm
you
doing what I
love
love.
also what you're doing, like in order to make a living?
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Well, maybe not. But do you love what you're doing?
For the third time, absolutely.
Not this, like the other podcast, the thing that you said that you cannot, that by because you don't
Of
have.
course. I
So you,
just said I left my full-time job to dedicate it to this new business that I'm doing, which is creating podcasts and brands. I'm actually doing what I love. I always been doing what I love. It's just being in an entity of a corporate world that could be, frustrating. I've always worked on everything that I love. I think I've been very fortunate in that area. It's the space and the entity that could come in the way of that passion. The systems. So now I have my own system, my own entity.
I'll tell you how I have come to understand the ego. Actually, this is the division that I have come to understand so far. Yes? I think I drew it to you like a drawing of a child. I'm a terrible drawer, and I come from a family of artists. And imagine that. So you have God. Yes? Hello?
I'm with you. I'm a good
God.
listener.
Allah. Right? All that is. We've said many names. Yes? Oh, hello? Only light. Source. Should I go
You
on?
like Sadhguru, isn't it? He's waiting for an answer. No one
Yes,
answers,
but he's
isn't
right.
it?
He's correct.
Yeah.
So, am I right?
But where's
Yes.
this coming from? Why are you worried no one is listening that you have to say hello, hello?
If you don't acknowledge, you could be hearing me, but you're not maybe listening. So if you acknowledge and you go even
That means I'm obligated, but I'm not.
well,
I choose to be here,
even a
and I
gut,
choose to listen.
even a simple guttural sound like mm, eh, that would be
That
good.
is annoying for listeners, by the way. We're doing podcast.
This is a video
So
podcast.
I have to actively
This is
listening
video.
to
This is video.
It's gonna go on audio as well.
I don't want it. I refuse for it to go
Then
on
it's
audio.
not a podcast then. It's a YouTube.
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel. It's a YouTube channel.
Okay. So continue your thought about
Okay.
God.
Anyway, I know I rely on you for these things. Yes. God. Hello. God. Then God stays in God. Okay, hello. So then we have God and not God. Well, no, I take that back. We don't have not God. There's nothing that is not God. Well, then we have God and we have separation. Or, separation, yes? Okay, so God.
Copy.
God. To say that, for lack of a better word, half of God becomes God separation. So, existence. You understand?
Why are you halving God? Can we just go back to the reason? Why is
Because
there
I don't
half
have a
God?
better language to describe it. I'm not having God. God is, you can't think in time and space, and you can't think in actual divisions. Okay? You have to think that this is lack of a better word. Words don't teach. Jesus, fantastic teacher, fantastic master, said it best. Words are symbols twice removed. What did he mean by that? What does that mean to you when I say that to you? Because you're the listener. What does that mean to you, Amani? Please.
The twice
Words.
the meaning is gone.
Why?
Twice the actual
Why?
meaning.
Why words? Why? Where do the words come from? Your body. Hello? Your body. Your body is already a symbol of separation. Because you're a girl.
Nice.
You're a woman. I'm a guy. Annoying as hell sometimes. Just ask my wife. In 2 weeks,
And they
we're
can
gonna
ask
ask
me.
you. Yeah, we're gonna ask you. You're gonna completely friggin' agree, right? So think about that, okay? So we are already symbols, and also don't forget we're friggin' not here. Okay, I want to make this very clear. Don't be ridiculous. I lost my brother, who had a much better personality than me. Lost. He's not presently physically focused. And what about my father? What a great fucking character. Think about all these great people and how many great people came through my house. Gore Vidal, who was one of the most greatest writers in American literature. Hello? Other figures, like important figures that came through our house. Where are they now? The one of the funniest
Where's
men.
the English? Where's the English and the American literature? Why aren't there any more poets and writers? And maybe
Okay, I'm
there's
not going to get
writers, but
lost in this. Your
where
ego
are
is
they?
trying to. I don't care where they are. They are exactly where everybody else is.
Ego, I miss
They
it.
are.
I'm not saying my ego's doing anything. I miss those. I miss Walt Whitman. I miss Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay, you know
I
what?
miss
I'm
all
not going
these
to let you
great
be distracted.
literaries.
I am talking about the entity, the soul, the you, the
Thank
real
God
you.
there's a delay and you're cutting off. I can't hear anything.
The ego, man. The ego is a tough one. The ego is a tough son
There's a
of a
delay, but
bitch.
go on. I'm listening.
Oh my God. All
It
right, so
is. We're giving
amazing.
examples
Beautiful.
to the viewers now.
Okay, we're still on topic one. We have 5 more, eh? We have 5 more. I just want you to be aware. You know, my father used to have a crooked finger like this. Totally crooked. So when he would do that, the only thing I could do is stare at his little finger. I mean, maybe he was saying like earth shattering things and great mystical information like I am dispensing. But all I could think about was his little pinky
Like
crooked
I am
finger. God bless
dispensing.
him.
Ego
God bless
check.
him.
Like I'm dispensing.
Can I finish? Can I finish without being so rudely interrupted? Please.
You want me to acknowledge, and when I do, you say interrupted, and when I'm silent, you're like hello.
You know what I
Teach
love?
me,
You know what I love about?
please.
You know what I love about
The
podcasts?
flow.
Listen, if I were acting like this on a TV show, I would have already been fired, right?
I'll be kicked out.
Yeah, yeah.
The fuck
But
up.
the beauty is no
Or,
one can.
or
What?
you're
Or
echoing, by the way. The house is
I
echoing.
like it. I like it. There's nobody home. Jesus Christ. God bless. I love Jesus Christ. So go ahead, make my day. Go ahead, make my day.
Oh, I am. I'm loving it. I've exhausted your energy already.
No, you haven't. You cannot exhaust my energy. I just asked my wife. She's
Prove it.
so
Prove
she's
it.
so
Prove
depressed.
it and continue.
I am going to continue, of course. Nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. Oh my God! Is it? I swear, are people going to be upset
You
that I
sounded
yell?
like Anthony Quinn there. You sounded like Anthony Quinn there.
Oh, you know how many times I imitate my father when
For a split second there.
oh my God, my half brother. One day we'll have my half brother on. You know, it's a shame, but he imitates my father on a personal level. So you would have had to know my father truly intimately, personally, but he's identical. Identical. I can only imitate my father angry. That works best. Okay, so listen, let's finish about the ego, yes? God. So, and don't interrupt me. I swear, don't interrupt me. If you interrupt me, I will come there and take care of you personally, okay? So God, then there's an apparent, I swear I see those lips moving. I see this, and I want to see this. Okay. Okay. All right.
What did you say you were in the quiet Zen? What was the word you used
Yes, I'm
first,
very
like
quiet. I'm
before we
very
started the
peaceful.
podcast? What was that? Start with an E?
I said
You
focused.
what is that word? That
I
was a new
said,
word.
oh, extemporaneous.
No, no, it was a long word. I'm in.
Okay. Ecstasy.
Yes, yeah. You're exercising it at its best. You want to come and get me?
Can,
So
I
calm.
swear to God. Can I get my concept out? I swear.
You've been asking a lot of questions, and I don't know how to give you the answers. So please do go ahead and complete your thought process.
God bless you. I thank God.
I'm all listening ears. كلني أذان صاغية.
Thank
Wow,
God. You know, another
this
thing I
sounds
was
nice in
thinking about,
Arabic.
this is great. Yes, I love you to speak Arabic. Please, it's mellifluous. I, the thing that I used to love when I was in Morocco, I played Jesus. Did I tell you this? I played Jesus in 3
No, you
movies.
haven't.
Well, I'm telling you now. I played Jesus in 3 movies. And it was one of the best experiences. Oh my God, I got to tell you this story. It was an international production. One is called Mary Magdalene. Anyway, I played. Now they're
But
gonna.
finish the
Wait.
first
I
thought,
have
and
to
then
tell
we'll
you.
get
Now
into them.
I decide when I finish. I decide when I finish. Okay.
Okay, goodbye. enjoy your podcast.
Okay, but I do want to finish. Where the hell is she? Now, did you really go?
You said you want to do it on your own, so
I'm like, where the hell did she go? Okay, so God,
made you panic there. So my presence does matter.
of course, you're my punching ball. You're my punching bag.
Enjoy. I'll actually gonna ship a punching ball
I
right
have
over
one.
to you.
I have one, Habibi. I have one.
Okay, good. That we
I
should
used
keep
to
it a
love boxing.
proximity in the podcast.
Mm.
Uh,
One day when we're together in another
too
studio.
bad.
No, one day when we're together in another studio, remember this.
I pray that day never comes.
I bet you will change your mind. But we will have a punching bag, and actually it will be interesting when if you ever you won't get angry with me, but if anything ever makes you angry, you go over to the punching bag and you punch it. And we will, film that. Just like 10, 20, 15, 20
Friends
seconds.
who are watching this podcast are probably extremely shocked that I don't get angry. It's interesting that you describe me that you think I'll never get angry, because I'm known to be
No, I didn't
very,
say that.
very angry. You can ask your wife.
I didn't say that. I said that you never get it.
It means that I'm doing well.
No, it means that I am marvelous.
In what way? Please elaborate.
Because you
So
can't
we
get
can
angry at
validate
someone
that.
marvelous.
Not that you.
No, you want to be honest? I'll tell you, be honest. I don't push your buttons. Listen, the only reason you get angry, first of all, that goes back to ego. The only reason we get angry is ego. Oh my God, that's a whole, why do you want to open all these baskets of bounty? You want to open all these
But
baskets.
really, no, let's really get into the ego, because I think that's an excellent topic, really.
But we are talking about the ego. If you let me finish about God, and I'm getting to why you have an ego.
Ya Allah. تفضل.
Ya Allah Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I used to love
Allahu
the chant.
Akbar عليك. Yes, تفضل.
Allahu Akbar. I used to love it when I was in Libya, Morocco.
The adhan.
And even in
Yes.
Dubai. Even in Dubai. When I wake up.
What?
When I wake up to the mosque and to Allahu Akbar. I love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, God. All that is. Think of it very clearly. Now listen. Let me finish this concept. I swear, or else you're going to get why I oughta. God is all that is. So there is nothing that is not of God made. So you and me and all that exists in projection. Forget nothingness or blackness or things that your limited mind, our limited mind, cannot conceive of. For right now, we're not going to get into it. Anything that is matter, so energy. So I'm talking about subatomic particles, yes, and physical matter. That is the idea of separation. As the Course in Miracles would say, the tiny mad idea. That's why everything, everywhere, all at once. That's why it's simultaneous, because it's an infinite idea made finite. So, however, what happens with this infinite idea made finite is that you, Amani Musa and Danny Quinn, as separate identities. Okay, so you come from a mother and father, hopefully. I come from a mother and father. Because not all people know who their mother is, don't know who their father is. Some people don't even know who their parents, they were abandoned as a child. But we all come from a recreation of the initial act of creation, which is generation. We generate. We were generated. So, in our existence, in our infinite existence, we were generated by an infinite mind, and we were generated infinite and indestructible and eternal. Okay? From our own God state, the collective or the God mind thought this mad tiny idea, what if? The what if is all of existence. So the what if is you, me, the billions and trillions of beings from this planet, from other planets, the solar system, the galaxies, the universes, the multiverses, etc., etc., etc. Everything that is subatomic particle and greater. Because beingness, I suspect, is beyond the subatomic level. Beingness has nothing to do with energy. So, but let's not even go there now. And then that's why I told you we will have, it's good to have a physicist on. It's good to have, well, I love quantum physics, so we will have them on. So the ego comes from this.
So where's the ego now?
Well, there's the ego. There's your ego separation. There is a God or something, and something that you are not. Or rather, you are something, and then there's something that you are not. It's the same thing. That's why.
So it generated itself because we exist in this matter world?
Well, you exist outside of matter. So again, you're not going to the first separation. The first separation is not matter. It's an idea. So it's beyond, it's subatomic. So it's beyond, it's below matter. It's a thought. But it's a thought of separation nonetheless. In other words, this is God, this is not God. So this is God, this is a mirror of God. But that mirror is not one, it's many. It's like millions, trillions of little pieces that now think that they are not this one thing. Hello? You understand? Like
Nice.
this? Big Bang.
Nice.
Okay.
Nicely put.
So now we're getting back to understanding that we are this oneness. So there is no separation here. Okay, first we're like this, we're like that. Then there is no separation anywhere. All is God and God is all.
But
Go
when
ahead.
people choose, when we sometimes choose to,
You can choose anything you want. I want to get into that. Please,
operate
yes.
on an egoistic level,
Yeah.
and
So, yes. So what?
when does that happen? When do we make use
The
of it?
minimum, the moment
When
of
does it
the
actually
separation.
surface?
The moment of the separation. So it happened.
Getting out of your
It happened
yourself.
eons ago. No, forget your little self, the
Mm.
little Amani Musa and the little friggin' Danny Quinn.
No, the self. No, 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 no. The self. I'm not
What
talking
self?
about the matter. I'm talking about the self, the soul. The soul
But
is
you
beyond
know,
any size or matter.
well, that's another matter. Now, the way I understand it is, oh my God, that was a huge, huge dilemma for me too. So, the way I understand it, actually, I
Mm.
want to go backwards.
Still is for me.
I want to go
Still is.
backwards. I want to go backwards. Okay, let me see if I can help. Let me go backwards. So you are Amani Musa. Right now, you're looking at me through your little glasses, your little red glasses. You think you match my headset. You don't. Different color.
My ego thinks so.
Uh, Amani Musa, I heard a great, let me see if it works for you. I think it was Jonathan Robinson who wrote this. Think of your ego as a mask underwater. Yes? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been underwater?
No, I don't know how to swim, but I put my face underwater.
I don't know if that, you see, but this is another interesting thing. This is what I said to you that we're going to go back to. Why you have to develop your own unique, each being has to develop. There can never, ever, ever be, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, a theory of everything. There can be a conceptual theory of everything, but not a working theory of everything. In other words, there could be a theory of everything, but the theory of everything could just simply be God is all and all is God. Or the one is the all and the all is the one. That's it. That's the theory of everything. Do you understand? But to actually apply a theory of everything, to be useful for you to understand your life and to be able to how can I say? I want to use the right words. Well, for it to serve you, like at a practical level, like to make your life better and to ascend. You can do whatever you want. You can ascend, you can stay here, you can have 1,000 lives, you can decide what you want to do. You can have one life. Anyway, you'll find out, right? Like I told you, I have a brother-in-law who's a devout Muslim. And he thinks that he has this one life. I'll tell you a funny story. He has this one life, yes, and that's it. As long as you behave well in this life, you will have eternal compensation. Now imagine this brother-in-law. God bless him. Let's say he lives 100 years, right? And life is, as far as we know it, but like millions of years old, yes? On this planet, we have beings that can go back as far as I've read. Let's say Ramtha said he lived 35,000 years ago. But then maybe we would, I don't know if that was the time of Atlantis and Lemuria. We'd have to go prior to that, right? Hello? Yes?
Yeah, but we don't have proof. We may believe in that
I don't care
theory.
about
I'm
proof.
still looking for the proof.
I don't care. Who's looking? You're looking?
I
I'm
don't
not.
care about proof, but I
No,
like some
Listen,
touch
dear
points on
Amani,
studies.
listen, darling. If you remember,
Faith.
no. If you remember, listen. Proof is overrated. Scientific proof is overrated. And when man starts to realize this, we will be far advanced. I'll tell you why.
By the way, scientific proof is us. This is us. This is scientific proofing is us exploring. It's just those beings have dedicated more time for
Exploration
it.
is not proof. Exploration is not proof.
So
Proof is
why are you
knowing.
exploring then?
To know.
For the experience or for the
To know.
finding something?
No, to know. But once you
To
know,
then there is an end result. Then you want to know. Isn't
yeah.
to know a
But
proof?
exploration is not no. To want to know is not proof. The proof is when you know. How is exploration? When you explore, if I go and I explore the Grand Canyon.
Reading a book is exploring.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're reading. It's not you wouldn't read it if you already knew what you were reading, right?
True, but you also explore to find out something
To find out, to know something.
that you're yet to know.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you're
but
yet
so
to
you
know.
don't know. But I'm telling you,
We're saying the same things, it's just different in different aspects.
No, what I'm saying is, when you know, you don't need to proof. That is the proof. You know, knowing is proof.
Yeah, but
Listen,
that's not what we're talking about.
yeah,
We're
I'm
talking
telling.
about exploration and
No,
scientific
no.
studies.
You said that you have to
It's not
know.
about what you already know. What you
You
already
s-
know and believe in, you already
you
know and believe in.
you said that you don't believe in Atlantis and Lemuria because they haven't showed you the friggin' stones of where Atlantis was or where Lemuria was, etc. Yes, and I'm telling you, we thought that the
I
world
don't
was flat.
I don't care because sometimes these stuff that they show me are not 100% correct either.
Have
I'm
you
selective in what
have
I want, so
okay?
I select what I
Did
want to
you
know.
listen to
I
my
will
message?
feel that this is exactly what I want to know.
Have you listened to Ramta? Have you read anything on Ramta?
No, I have not. No, I have
Have you
not.
listened to one lecture by J.Z. Knight?
Well, tell the listeners who know or don't know, what is this about? So what are they coming from? What is this
No, they
about?
have to go and look at Ramta and go look at J.Z. Knight. That's not my job. It's J.Z. Knight who
Yeah,
channels the Ramta.
we need to connect it to the topic we're doing now. So what are they saying? Those two, for me now to get excited to go and watch it and read it. What is it about?
It's always the same message, Amani. Always the message of all the masters. If you correlate all the messages, it's always the same. It's always that we're all that the end message is all the same. It's the path that you take to get to that oneness. So again, you have imagine a river, yeah, one long river, and then you have many subsidiaries to that river, many estuaries to that river. Yes? Hello? So but it's still one river. So you can have thousands and thousands of paths. In fact, you have as many paths as there are separate consciousness. How do you like that?
Absolutely. There is no one. You don't know if there's one path. You think that there's one
No,
path
there's
that
no
you're
one path.
doing here.
No,
Every single second there's a
there's
new path.
one path for you. That's the difference.
They all,
Attention.
by the way, they all end up in one path. They're just different journeys and experiences. This is what I believe
No,
in.
they all end up not in one path. They all end up in one destination. Because you cannot. Okay. Again, we have really lost the significance of there's only God. If there's only God, you are in God. You are in God, you are of God, and you are God. You are an aspect of God.
Yes, I would like to say I'm a spark or an aspect of God. This is my way of interpreting, and your way of interpreting
mine
it.
too.
But we're saying this same things just in different ways and findings and how our mind would like to navigate
You know, you should really interject our conversations. They would be far more fascinating, far more interesting, and far more beautiful.
Well, I have been, but you're
No.
you're not happy
Not
about
in
it.
No, I'm not. Because I want you to interject in Arabic.
I do at times. I do.
Very rarely, not enough. I'm going to give you a direction, a directive that you are going to obey.
I was about to say something in Arabic about the different paths that lead to different destinations.
Please. Well, then why? You say I was going to say it. I want to hear it. Please.
Because there's more to this than
No,
today.
I want to hear it in Arabic.
I know I'm going to talk about it later.
But can I hear it?
It's about musayyar or mukhayyar. Are you chosen or do you choose your path?
Say it again.
It's already chosen for
you,
or are you going to choose? Let me say it clearly so they can understand it.
Yes.
أنت مسير أو مخير في هذه الدنيا.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's so mellifluous, Arabic. I find Like today I took some pictures with some Chinese fans. They're fans of mine. Chinese.
Where'd you meet them?
I was at a restaurant and they wanted to take pictures with someone famous.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And I said, well, you sure have the wrong guy. But they wanted to take pictures with me. And you know what I love about them? They have absolutely no idea of who I am.
But
But,
why did they want to take pictures of you? I didn't understand.
well, I guess the owner went on Google. He Googled me.
Ah, ah.
But he doesn't know any movies of my father, doesn't know any of the movies I've done. I love these people. So this is
He
interesting.
just
This is
knows that you are
our
a
somebody.
celebrity.
There you go.
And he's told his,
Mm, yeah.
visiting
Compatriots.
customers.
No,
Yes.
compatriots.
I don't like the word customers. Did you see how I hesitated there? I
Yeah,
don't like the word
neither do I.
customers.
Neither do I. I'm with you on that. I like the word fellow humans.
Customers.
Fellow humans. So listen.
We've customed them.
Okay, so that was, we understand that we can never talk enough about the ego. Can we talk about, oh my God, it's 5:30. Okay.
We've almost done an hour.
Oh God, and we only got
15 minutes of it is edited. No, I'm joking. Edit. It's uncensored.
My God, you see, I'm telling you, we should do 2 hours.
I'm
'Cause
the producer. I can edit and keep
I've
it,
just
make you
barely,
look.
I've just barely started talking.
Yeah, well, yeah. So let's move on to the next subject, which was what we're talking about earlier on in our WhatsApp conversations. Is about all that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. When I first came across that, I didn't even know what the hell that meant. But I love Edgar Allan Poe with all his dark poetry. But now I use it.
It's funny, I'm not much into poetry, and yet I did a movie. God, a long time ago now. It seems so really long time ago. Maybe, I don't know, 99, 98, 99. I did a movie that I wrote and directed. And I made a big mistake back then.
What's the name of the movie?
Well, that's the big mistake. I wrote it. The script was Memories and Lessons. And there's a segue of why I mentioned this movie. And it turned out to be, in the end, we didn't have enough budget to film a whole film and stuff. So we ended up doing a short movie of the essence. But it was interesting. It was about achieving success and being depressed at a young age. And it's apropos because we have so many, well, especially in my field, you have people that have disappeared. And apparently, for various reasons, but the truth is a loss of true identity. And I will just mention a few. I mean, back in the early days, of course, you had James Dean, who died in a car accident, but that's no accident. You don't drive at 200 kilometers per hour and recklessly. And I mean, that's putting yourself in harm's way. And there's a higher purpose to these events. Oh, we got to talk about that one day, just the whole subject. I think, unfortunately, most subjects, not unfortunate, but it's like an onion. The more you peel at it, you get more of the substance. But again, it's fractal geometry at play here. You go in and it opens up, a whole other flower opens up. You go in and a whole other flower opens up.
And that's why it was very scary to actually get to that core of that, essence of myself. It's because I don't know if I open up what I'm going to find. facing it all, whatever is begone and to be. That was one of the biggest dilemmas of like me escaping myself. It's not easy
Well,
to
that's a subject into so
peel.
we, make a note. Make a note. That's for our next session. Next session. Um, but talking about specifically about celebrities, because my movie was called Memories and Lessons because it was about dying. It was about the main character that dies, and I regret playing the main character because I wish I had, and I should have let one of my friends play it because it was too much work, too much focus, too much concentration. I wrote the script. I couldn't even remember my own lines. That's how.
I was gonna ask you, when I see a lot of like written, produced, and directed, and sometimes acting, like you've just said now, how can you do? I mean, where I come from, the television world, that's impossible. But film, I'm not familiar. But I
No.
see a lot of that. Like you just said, it's a lot of focus, isn't it?
Well, Mel
Or
Gibson.
today, probably the teams are different, and if you have a budget, then you can have that team of people that can run the production for you and directing the same. So you could focus on the character. How does that
Well,
work?
if you think of Kevin Costner, who directed and starred in Dances with Wolves,
Yeah.
one of, but then you'll have debates.
Mm.
A lot of people says that I think it was Kevin Reynolds, who was the director of photography, that he ended up directing the movie. It's a lot of
Mm. Mm.
responsibility, um, especially, well, if you're a writer, it doesn't really matter because when you write, you're on your own. I have other 7 scripts that I want to make into movies that I wrote, and I will eventually.
So why do you regret it? Continue the thought.
I
What
regret
would
it
you have done
because,
it
well, yeah,
differently?
it's not a big deal.
Mm.
I don't even want to touch on that too much. I regret it just because it just took away some of my focus on being able to concentrate in other areas.
But
Like
why did you bring up the movie when we're talking about poetry? What is this?
I
Is there
brought
something
up the
you want to pick
movie.
up on from that?
Yeah, I brought up the because I had a poet. I'll tell you, and maybe we'll
Mm.
close it at that. Um, and the poem went like this. At the end of the movie, there was a caption. There's black screen, and it's about dying. It's about the young man that apparently has everything in Hollywood, but he's dissatisfied with his life. And then it just so happens that so many celebrities end up committing suicide because they get to the peak and they think, I'm going to be happy from the mountaintop looking down at the valley and looking at everything and I finally feel, but that doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way. So the movie was about the fact that the only thing that we really take with us are our memories and our lessons, because everything else houses, everything material stays on Earth. Not only does it stay on Earth, but even that deteriorates over time and disappears from the face of the Earth. That's why it's an illusion. So, as Jesus says, the world is upside down. So,
From
what you
the
think is real is the illusion. And what you think is illusion, like, ooh,
and from
spirituality,
dust to
is real.
dust. What is it? Is it from dust and to dust to return?
Well, it's from dust to
Correct
dust.
it, please, for me. Yeah.
Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. I think that's what you're referring to.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, that's why Sai Baba
Um.
produced Ashes. Hold on, I haven't finished because then I know we will lose it. So the poem is I walked a mile and I'm not into poems except Rumi. I've always told you, but I
I
don't.
love Rumi.
I will go and read more of. I have the Rumi book right here. I will go read them. But I'm not big into poetry. My brother was. My brother Frankie. I walked a mile with pleasure, and she chatted all the way, but left me none the wiser for all she had to say. I walked a mile with sorrow, and never a word said she. But oh, the things I learned from her when sorrow walked with me.
Wow.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that struck me. Now,
Yeah.
I want to take that poem for next time
Mm.
and talk about how now in the year 2023, there's no longer a need to learn from suffering, because that poem is
Mm.
about suffering and how we learn. Now we can learn differently. So let's discuss that
Oh,
next time.
I've been not my family, but I've been brought up, however, I picked up on religion that I have to suffer in order
Of
to be
course,
with the divine.
Habibi.
Yeah.
Haven't we all?
And you know how long it took? It took 40 plus years
But you're
to
still,
unlearn that.
well, you're still trying to unlearn it, aren't you? Aren't we all?
And still, oh
Oh,
yeah, and
because
still,
that, you
and
know what?
still.
That's our ego mind. How many times does your ego mind tell you you're wrong? Uh, and project also dire situations, um, situations of where you're going to be in trouble, situations where you're going to be accused by loved ones, where you're going to be
Oh,
attacked.
I can bring you verses. I can bring you traditional sayings and proverbs. I can bring you upbringing of the culture, Middle Eastern culture, about how to reinforce these
Of
thoughts
course. Well, we should do
about
that.
suffering,
Yeah.
money, self-worth, and all along, if we haven't listened to them from my parents or relatives
Yeah.
or friends or even the big
Well,
screens and
you know,
TV.
we will be doing everybody and ourselves. First, ourselves, because we're only talking, this is a conversation with ourselves.
No, that's how it projected onto us.
Let's
Yeah,
talk about it, please.
I'd
Oh,
love to. Yeah,
guilt.
especially this culture I come from, which also sits the same in on the Western. Like I also grew up where I count. My teacher, my Arabic teacher, once asked me, "Well, what is your native language?" I said English. I was 6 years old. She's like, "No, what do you count in your mind?" I said in English, and she refused to accept that that's my first language.
Yeah.
Um, so what I'm coming at is that like one of the phrases, also not just the
Yeah.
Arabic proverbs and verses and what have you, I picked up from everywhere, is worst case scenario is huge in the industry I worked in. Worst case scenario has fucked up my life on so many levels. Think of the worst case scenario. Now, this is motivating to think of plan A and B and C, but the way that it was used in the context, oh Lord, worst case scenario. God forbid. Yeah.
You should
Hey, I
only
accept the worst case scenario, but I don't want to say the worst case scenario because I know I'm planning for the worst case scenario
you should only think of worst case
because I
scenario.
love the suffering.
You sh- you should only think of worst case scenario when your wife is divorcing you and she's got the top lawyer in the country. Then you have to think of worst case scenario.
Well, that's how they made us feel in the media industry. Every time it's a new divorce, I bet you that's like the analogy I always used to use. And I know what divorce is because I've been divorced twice.
Listen, darling, my beautiful child and my wife are coming home. So
Yes, I let you be.
we will adjourn this.
Namaste.
I have to get to a secret that might change your whole life. You want to leave it for next time? I'm going to write it down.
Nice teaser there.
I'm going to write it down. I swear to God, I'm 58 years old, and it changed my life. And I've been studying my inner being, myself, actively for 20 years. But let's say for 30 years. What are we in? 2023? So that would be 1993, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I
30
just started
years.
reading this stuff 8 years ago.
No. So you imagine how lucky you are. I'm talking to the idiots like me. I want to talk to the idiots like me. I want to talk to the simpletons like me. That's who I am addressing. I want to talk to the jack of all trades like me.
Mm.
Those are the people that I want to address. Because if there's hope for me, then there's hope for them. So this is going to be my
Absolutely.
message.
Absolutely.
Because it can take some people no time at all, or it can take you a lifetime or
Mm.
many lifetimes. So I'm going to give you the
Mm.
secret,
True.
and I promise you that it's a secret. I read a 200-page book the other day. And in all those 200 pages, at least for me, I found one sentence that was valuable. But that was, oh my God, did it make a difference? And it took a man going to India to get this message. And he was gracious enough to donate it to the world.
And you're
Okay?
going to give it to us next time.
Yes.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
So goodbye for
Pleasure.
now, and God bless.